What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This once again is Scott Porter back for day 2 of our brand new Marvel HeroClix unboxing series for the brand new set Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. Day 1 was chock full of heroes and villains. Some characters like the Punisher, who is in a brand new place as the leader of the Hand. I think I might have said yesterday he had the demon on it. No, he has the mark of the beast on his shirt. And I didn't really get into why Frank Castle was leading the Hand, but we got that version of the Punisher, which is really, really cool. He did it to get his wife and his kids resurrected. And that was one of the surprises of the day yesterday for me. Outside of that, we got Spider-Man Noir. We got Spiderling, Gwen Stacy, Miles Morales. So a lot of the key players of the Spider-Man family, as well as some really cool villains. We know from the outside of the box, Sinister Six is a huge part of this particular set, and yesterday did not disappoint. If you didn't see day 1, pause the video, go back, watch that. We will wait for you here, I promise, and you can pick right back up where you left off. I am once again at Hyper RPG Studios, and I'm so excited to bring you this unboxing series. What am I expecting to see now, going forward, after all of the pieces that we've seen? Well, we saw some alternate universe spider content with Spiderling, so really, with Spider-Man Noir as well, so really, like, the depths of the universe are the limit for this set. Spider-Man has literally been in everybody else's stuff for so long, whether it's the Avengers, whether it's the Fantastic Four, whether it's Cosmic Spider-Man. I mean, he goes to the far reaches of the universe, so really there is no limit to what we could see in this set. So, without further ado, I say we just jump in. I hope you see some of the characters you were really hoping for. I hope I do as well. But as of right now, I'm just happy to see what's in the set. Let's see, today, our first booster, and once again, this set, pre-release, March the 15th, with the set release, ooh, we got a super rare, happening on March the 29th. Call your local comic shops and gaming stores. Yesterday, we found some really cool stuff. We've got like little additional cards and everything in all of our packs, so we'll see what we get that way today as well. But the figures, here we go. Jay, Jonah, Jameson, boom. Of course, what Spider-Man set would be complete without him? We've got Spider-Gwen, who we saw yesterday. We've got, ooh, the lethal protector himself, Venom. Now, is this good guy Venom? Is this bad guy Venom? Who knows? We will have to find out by reading the card. Oh, yes! All right, Spider-Woman. One of my favorite characters in the Spider-Man ethos, actually. I really enjoy just how confusing all of her backstories are and how you never really knew if you could trust her or not, and how they utilized her in modern Marvel as well as older Marvel. And then we got our super rare of the day, which is the Vulture. Now, you might be like, wait a minute. The Vulture is a super rare? Why is the Vulture a super rare? I don't know. I don't know, but it looks to be Old Man Adrian Toomes. Hopefully he does some really, really cool stuff. But yes, that is our super rare for the day. And I got to tell you guys, he looks awesome. I mean, you'll get a close-up look at him, but you know, you can see the green sheen on the back of his wings there. He looks really, really cool. So I'm going to pull these guys back, and we will jump right in. I think we'll go with J. Jonah Jameson first, but let me look at what we have in here. Oh, we've got more hints. This is cool. Okay, let's see. We've got a Ghost Spider and Kraven the Hunter hints. Beyond Amazing hints. It says Ghost Spider's drive-by webbing lets her give an action token to a character she moves through, even without needing an attack roll. Not only does that slow your opponent down, it leaves the character open to a devastating flurry from Kraven the Hunter. Be sure to use Kraven's rally trait to give him +1 combat values when he does so, as well as the outwits from he and Ghost Spider to strip any defenses your target has. I'm actually going to put this down here where I put the figures, and you can take a full look. These hints are really, really cool. It's not just giving you thematic strategy, it's giving you just like, how can you get the most synergy out of these pieces? So for people who are first jumping into this game, maybe because you're a comic fan or you just want to have these really cool figures of some of your favorite characters and have a little fun playing a game, this is giving you a little boost on how to play. That's really, really cool. I am enjoying that a lot. Okay, let's start with J. Jonah Jameson. Boom. Get a little close-up of him. You can just hear him yelling Parker right now, can't you? Parker! He's got Spider-Man family, celebrity, politician, and reporter. He's set number 2. He's only 4 clicks long, but he comes in at 25 points. Let's see why. He's got a trait, Rally, and that will be for friendly attack rolls. So whenever a friendly character rolls a 1, that's what that blue text on the Rally means. Remove one of J. Jonah Jameson's Rally dice. If you do, this turn, when an opposing character uses super senses, they only succeed on a roll of 6. Oh, okay. A way to maybe counter all of the Spider-Man team ability with the super senses that we will be seeing on a lot of these characters. You flip it over, you see he really doesn't have anything too special on the back. It does have an explanation of Rally Die, how it works. So if you don't know yet, you can press pause, you can read that, and then we can move on. Now, a really interesting thing with J. Jonah Jameson, if I'm reading this correctly, and you can tell me in the comments below, but I believe they only succeed on a roll of 6. But with Spider-Man characters who have the team ability, right, that already have super senses. So say we have a Peter Parker who has super senses plus the Spider-Man team ability. He succeeds on a 4, 5, or a 6 because he gets a +1 to his roll, right? That's the way that team ability works. I think J. Jonah Jameson just takes that extra bit away. So I think somebody with super senses and Spider-Man team ability will still succeed if they roll a 5 because it becomes a 6 because of their +1. But still, it's a way to limit people rolling out. So he's only 25 points. I don't know if it's a little too steep for what he does, but he does have Perplex on the front end of the dial. He is 4 clicks long, so it might be just enough. If you are getting crushed by your opponents always rolling 5s and 6s, he might be able to help you just a little bit with that. I like that. His hatred of Spider-Man, he uses it as knowledge for good. He's like, I see right through you. Here comes a sneak attack, I guess, through a cover story. Let's go with Venom next. Venom, this sculpt is pretty imposing. Oof. Look at the muscle striation you can see in these sculpts. Oh, it's so good. All right. Venom, Sinister Syndicate, Spider-Man Family, Symbiote, and Monster keywords. Oh, I like that symbiote keyword there. I know your secrets, Parker. Precision Strike and Steel Energy. When opposing character uses super senses after resolutions, you may heal Venom 1 click. Woo! Okay. So whenever a Spider-Man team ability owner is rolling super senses, he is healing. That is nasty. He's got the Sinister Syndicate team ability. He's got some improved movement for Elevated, which is going to allow him to use that charge you see on his dial there to its full extent. Up and down, elevated terrain. If there's an elevated terrain, 2 pieces of elevated terrain in front of him, you just run up and over it and make sure he gets the most out of that charge. On the back, you'll see he has a second team ability, which is Spider-Man team ability. And you can also see that really cool on the front. Up by his name, you will see the team abilities displayed there now. There we go. Okay, that is Venom for us. Look, he's a good guy and a bad guy. Eddie Brock for years and years and years has been a hero. I'm going to put him over here in the hero side. Another questionable, are they a hero, are they not, is Spider-Woman. And I want to take a look at Jessica Drew. I'm very excited about this. Now, Jessica Drew, if you don't know, has a very, very confusing backstory. She actually has multiple backstories of how she became Spider-Woman herself. I'll talk about it in just a second. But I love Jessica Drew. I love the idea of her. We've got Avengers, Hydra, S.H.I.E.L.D., Sword, Spider-Man Family, Detective, Spy. That is a ton of keywords. And you see she's got 2 team abilities in S.H.I.E.L.D. and Spider-Man Family there. Wallcrawler. This shared trait that we've seen across the set so far for all of the Spider-Folk. Leap, Climb, Free, place this character in a square of different elevation within 4 squares and line of fire. She has Venom Blast, a special attack power, Incapacitate, but also deals normal damage. Woo! Oh, she's got an 11 attack with that special attack power all the way down her dial. She has the special attack all the way down. She's got the 11 attack on the front end for 2 clicks and on the back end for 2 clicks. She has Perplex to help pump that up, but she's also dealing that 3 damage along with the end cap. That is awesome. On the back of her card, you will see that she has S.H.I.E.L.D. and Spider-Man team abilities. She can help a lot of people in a lot of places. Interesting that she does not have the Hydra team ability, because her history is such that she was a member of Hydra for quite some time. I think maybe giving a character or a figure 3 different team abilities, maybe it's a step too far. I don't know, but I would have loved to have seen it on there. You know, her origin story started with her dad working with, you know, the people at Mount Wundagore, the High Evolutionary, and she was actually evolved from a spider who had become a human. Just like all at Wundagore, there's all these animals that had become human, and High Evolutionary, the whole you know, story there. And her father actually caused her to become this spider woman. It was retconned later that she became a spider woman when her mom was pregnant with her. Her belly was hit with radioactive rays, and she gained powers. Her parents later died. She was recruited into Hydra. She infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. You never knew if she was a good guy or a bad guy. I actually have her very first issue, which was really, really cool. The first appearance of her, and then I have a couple of, came out in like 1977. It came out like a couple of years before I was born, but I had an older foster brother who had a collection of comics from when he was a kid, and I actually have her very first appearance, and a couple of, I think the first 10 issues of her solo series, which was really cool. But you just didn't know. Good guy, bad guy. She almost killed Nick Fury, and then she killed this Hydra agent. She figured out that she was being, you know, used by Hydra and became a good guy. And that's why in New Avengers, which most modern readers are more familiar with her from that's why everybody was so hesitant to trust her. And Jessica Drew actually led into Secret Invasion. It was a Skrull imposter. I mean, there is so much really cool depth and subterfuge, to use a word, I guess, in her history that I really, really enjoy the character of Spider-Woman. It's cool that we got her in this set, and she's pretty great. That damage in-cap combination, really good. Chef's kiss on that one. WizKids. All right, we're going to take a look at our super rare that we just pulled, Vulture. And I got to tell you, this sculpt is awesome. Look at those wings shine. They used a little different paint with a little bit of sheen. Gosh, that sculpt is awesome. Vulture has Sinister Syndicate and Scientist keywords. He's set number 48, comes in at 50 points. He has a rally die. He can take a token on an opposing roll of 6. Free. Remove one of Vulture's rally dice to move up to 6 squares. Ooh, for free, okay. And after resolutions, you may choose a standard character he moved through or adjacent to during this action and place that character adjacent to him. Oh man, that's awesome. Kind of reminiscent of an old Nightcrawler that we had where you could go, grab a character, bring it back to a KO box, and then clobber it. He's going to be able to do that for Sinister Syndicate. That is really, really cool. Looking at the back of his card, he's got a trait, Gravity Suit, Super Strength. Okay, he's got some super strength here on the back of the card. When Vulture hit opposing characters modify speed by -3 until your next turn, and then has a special move power Swoop, Charge, Sidestep. When Vulture uses Charge after resolutions, he may immediately use Sidestep as free, even if he has already used it this turn. So he's got that special movement power that has Sidestep in it. Let's look at the front of his card again. And he has Sidestep on clicks 2 and 3 and 5 and 6. So he's got Sidestep down his whole dial. He can Sidestep. Oh, that's awesome. For that special power, though, he can Sidestep, then Charge, and then Sidestep away. That is really, really cool. As far as the Sidestep on the remaining part of his dial, he can trigger that before he goes into his free movement if he's pulling a rally die token, and he can go grab a character. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about with Vulture because there was a big change to Super Strength, which is really cool. If you have Super Strength, you have Charge, you can charge in. Super Strength allows you to turn a square of blocking terrain into rubble and then complete your action in that square. So you can charge through barrier, charge through some blocking terrain and still land your attack on the other side of it. So he can charge in with Super Strength on his dial that he has traded with his Gravity Suit. He can break that terrain to rubble. He can make his attack, and that's really cool. So he's really, really versatile. I like this character a lot. I love the sculpt. I love all of the abilities. He's only 50 points. It's a really good figure. I really like this Vulture. This is awesome. And the fact that he can get out there, grab somebody, and bring them back. Now, 6 movement for that. You got to remember, he's also got sidestep. So he could sidestep 2. He can do that free action. He can pick somebody up and bring them back to a point. And the maps, one of the new rule changes, are going to be changing to 2 by 2 foot maps instead of 2 by 3 foot maps, which we've been playing on for a very long time. Now, this change won't fully go into effect for the next 2 years until everything cycles out into retirement, and then those maps, the 2 by 3, will go away. But for the next 2 years, you'll be able to play on 2 by 3 maps or 2 by 2. The players will choose at the beginning of the game, of each game. But on the 2 by 2 maps, that 6 swing plus 2-step sidestep actually is a good portion of that map. It's a quarter of the map that he's going to be able, quarter to a third of the map that he's going to be able to move, grab a figure, and pull them back. The yoink effect is going to be pretty great. We've seen it on figures before. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm really stoked at this Vulture Super Rare. It might be my favorite figure of the set so far. Tell me in the comments below at the end of this video what your favorite piece we've pulled so far is. Let me know. I'd love to see real time if you guys are getting into the same characters or figures that I am. Okay, moving on. Sorry, that Vulture's really cool. I spent some time on it. We talked about the new rules a little bit. The next booster has Electro. Oh, that sculpt's awesome. Look at that thing. We have Mr. Negative. Aw, look at this. We got Aunt May. Hello, Aunt May. How are ya? We have Matt Murdock. Ooh. Oh, gosh. I hope we get Earth 65 Matt Murdock. We get evil Matt Murdock. Oh, that guy is such a jerk. And then we have, oh, okay, one of the Hand Ninjas. So we talked about the Punisher. We talked about the fact that he's leading the Hand currently. And now you see this Hand Ninja here. We saw on his card yesterday that he will be kicking out Hand Ninjas, so that is one of the Hand Ninjas he will be kicking out. And on top of this, we got 5 characters. I'm going to pull these guys back just a hair to make some space for this piece of equipment we pulled as well. And yeah, you're right, that is a symbiote suit. Inside, that's not a suit. That's an actual alien life form. That is a symbiote. What are they from? Clintar? A Clintari? I don't know what we call them. All right, I'm pulling these guys back. Boom, 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 boom. But we've got 5 figures and a piece of equipment in here. The card itself has another checklist, which we've seen. Let's take a look at, wow, okay, the Hand Ninja first, which is going to be set number 5. Take a look at this guy here. It's one of your Hand Ninjas. You always tell the ninja is part of the hand, they're going to have a red suit. I don't know how they hide. I don't know how the red suit helps them hide it all, but, you know, they went with red. Bold choice, Hand. The Hand, Assassin, Martial Artist, Mystical Keywords. Got Masters of Evil team ability there. Set number 5. Comes in at 20 points. Has some stealth. And has a special attack power, Smoke Grenade. Smoke Cloud as free, but only to generate 2 markers. Okay, awesome. We'll take a look at the back of the card, and you see that they just have Stealth and Charge and Blades, Claws, Fangs, and Combat Reflexes and Regeneration. All right, so Shadowland number 4 is where they say this particular appearance is from, but man, these ninjas have been around forever. How can you pick just one appearance of the Hand? I might have to go read that book. Man, I haven't read Shadowland in a long time. It's over a decade old. I have to go back and revisit it. Maybe, see, that's why I love this game, because now I'm like, wait. Maybe I need to go back and read that book. Why is that so significant that WizKids was like, that's what we're going to put on? Shadowland number 4 for that particular ninja. Now I'm going to have to go read it. And that's what I love about the game, because I love comic books, I love tabletop stuff, and this is just the perfect nexus for everything. All right, let's go with Matt Murdock next. Boom. Daredevil's secret identity has Marvel Knights, Spider-Man family, celebrity, martial artist keywords. Set number 6 comes in at 30 points. Has a special damage power, a really good lawyer. Perplex. When Matt Murdock uses it to target an opposing character, that character's combat values can't be positively modified or replaced until your next turn. So perplex something down, and then your opponent can do nothing to improve those statistics on the back side of it, even when it's their turn, because it lasts until your next turn. That's awesome. He's got Spider-Man team ability, Now, he does not have super senses, so he only succeeds on that on a 6, which J. Jonah Jameson basically forces anyway. So there we go, Matt Murdock. We've got some really cool secret identity, kind of bystandery kind of figures in this set. And the next lady we're going to look at is no exception to that, Aunt May. My Aunt May is leaning way back. Lean back. Now lean back. Lean back. All right, Aunt May has Spider-Man family. She has set number 15. She's only 10 points. She has a trait, Rally. And that's when your opponent rolls a 6, you can place a token on this card. And when Aunt May uses support, after rolling, you may remove one of her Rally die to choose one. Do not have the result, or all other friendly characters adjacent to Aunt May are also healed the result. Whoa! If the target character has Spider-Man team ability, you may choose both. Wow. Okay, so just the target has to have the Spider-Man team ability is what it looks like for that to trigger both of those results if you pull the Rally die. There have been changes to support. You can support into somebody who is in adjacency to an opponent in battle. You can support without having to roll an attack roll. So you might look at that 9 attack value on Aunt May's card, but understand now support does not require a roll anymore. She is an MVP to me. She's only 10 points. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more support. That's just my opinion. If we do start seeing a lot more support, she's only 10 points. She can support into adjacency. You might be healing by 3, but if you're targeting somebody who has a Spider-Man team ability, you can choose at that point to get the full value of your die roll, and anybody else adjacent also gets healed equal to that result. That's awesome. I mean, look, I know it has to be thematic for it to really kick in, but she's great regardless. That's really cool. Okay, let's move on to Mr. Negative. All right. Mr. Negative. Magia, Sinister Syndicate, Martial Artist, and Politician. Of course, a much newer version of the Sinister Syndicate or Sinister Six. Mr. Negative is a very large thorn in modern-day Spider-Man's sides. Martin Lee is a tough cookie to crack. He's got Mr. Negative and Martin Lee as a trait, Shape Change. For free, turn Mr. Negative's dial to the same click number of a different color. Oh, that's awesome. What a great representation of his powers and the way that these things work. He has Underworld team ability. Look at the back of his card and you see just how many powers he has access to. And remember, on the front of his card, that trait is allowing him freely to turn Mr. Negative's dial to the same click number of a different color. That is really, really cool. You've got some stealth, you've got some support, you've got some defend. If you switch back the other way, you've got mind control and some telekinesis, some really, really cool stuff that he can access. I love the way that they did Kingpin's dial, and the way that they did Mr. Negative's dial is equal to that. So I'm loving that dial design. Okay, Electro is going to be next. And I got to tell you guys, this sculpt might be one of my favorite in the set so far. Look at that lightning just zapping from hand to hand. That is really, really cool. Electro has Frightful 4 and Sinister Syndicate keywords. He has a Rally die, a opposing roll of 6. Once per turn, when Electro hits with a range attack after resolutions, you may remove one of his Rally dice to make a range attack as if he occupied the square of a hit character. Ho, 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 ho. That's really cool. So he can chain that electricity between his targets with that Rally die. That's really cool. Also has Maximum Voltage, Enhancement, and Probability Control. That's a surprising power. He comes in at 75 or 50 points. Look at the back of the card there. You see he's got Sinister Syndicate. You have the explanation of the Rally die. If you're not sure how it works, you can press pause and read it. Maxwell Max Dillon. Boom. All right. One of the original members of the very first Sinister Six. All right. Moving into the equipment that we pulled. Let's see. The Symbiote. black. Equipment, effect, steal energy, and stealth. When this character uses steal energy, if a hit character is KO'd during the attack, heal 2 clicks instead. Woo! That's really cool. If you look at the back, it tells you how you assign the equipment, tells you who can equip it, how you unequip it. But let's look at the front again and understand the effects that are a little bit different. You see the bottom there where it says it's 10 points. But qualifying name is Venom, okay? So Venom can equip it, I believe at this point now, for free, I believe, for the qualifying name. That is really, really cool. I love that the symbiote can attach itself to anybody. We've seen it in the Marvel Universe, but you get a bonus if you are a particular character. That is really, really cool. All right, there's your symbiote. All right, where do I put this equipment? I guess I'm going to put it over here in the bad guys. That is all from our boosters today, but we are going to take a look at one of our 2 play-at-home kits today. I believe that we will take a look at Peter Parker, of course. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Now, the play-at-home kits are really, really cool. They come, well, look what we got there. We got another symbiote, I guess. That's cool for the web of Spider-Man of it all. We look at the back. Now, the play-at-home kits, they have a lot of cool stuff for people to know exactly what you're pulling out of. It's not a blind box. You'll know everything that you're getting, and it gives you a lot of what you need to be able to play this game of HeroClix. All right, so let's look at the Spider-Man one that we have here. We've got Peter Parker, of course. I'll put the sculpt right here. You guys can take a look at that. I mean, they look pretty cool. Classic Spidey, a little bit of the symbiote. All right. We'll look at their cards in just a moment. But before we do that, I want to look at something else. These are the terrain markers. Now, I wasn't sure how we were going to get terrain markers, and it's looking like Play at Home Kit is a way to do that. I'm popping a bunch of these out. I'm going to show you. You get a whole card of it. I have a bunch of markers here. Now, I'll show you. You have debris on one side here. But if you flip it over, you see a bunch of values there. So this is a desk, right? This is now a 2x1 object, and you can see some of the statistics on the bottom. So the lightning bolt is going to tell you how far you can throw it. That's a range of 6. Next to it, you'll see how far you can use this thing with giant reach up, and it is no bonuses or anything. Cannot be used with giant reach for an attack. You've got, let's see, damage there. The first 2 is going to be how much damage you'll do if you throw this desk. And the second, the +2, is if you use it as a close attack in conjunction with a close attack, it's going to give you +2 damage. That's pretty cool. Now, if you want to target and destroy this piece of hindering terrain after somebody places this object on the map, that's that last little demarcation there. 3 damage to destroy the desk, and you only have to be able to target one part of the terrain. So you target one half of this desk with 3 damage on your dial, and then you can break it. Now, it would change with, say, a plant. Right? And you can see all the statistics there. Now, what else we get in here is not just these objects. We get a new kind of object, right? Now, all of your old objects, your lights, your heavies, they're all going to become just objects now, right? You can throw them 4 squares. They do 2 damage if they're thrown. They give +1 if you're doing a close attack. They cost 3 to destroy. Well, this is different. This is a desk chair, and you can see you could throw it 6 squares. It deals 1 damage if you throw it, +1 damage if you're using it with a close attack, and it only takes 2 printed damage to destroy the desk chair, because anybody can destroy a desk chair. Listen, I destroyed desk chairs by just sitting in them, so I'm pretty sure anybody in the game of HeroClix. The last object marker that I want to look at, and we've got some really cool stuff. I don't know, we've got like a mirror. We've got the desk that I showed you. We've got a television here, and they all have different statistics on them. So really a lot of variables, if we could take a close-up look here, really a lot of variables at which these things do damage. You'll see the giant reach is accessible with this for 2 damage there, so or 2 spaces, sorry. So, that's really, really cool how these things alter. But the last one I wanted to look at is this. Yes, there is elevated terrain, and this comes in this particular play-at-home kit It's really cool. It'll tell you, again, you can pick up the elevated terrain. What is this, like? It's like a little, I don't know, step ladder, I guess, is what I'm looking at here. It gives +1 to terrain. Now, anybody can get up to the top of it just by moving onto it, right? It's that they can't continue their movement once they get up on it. The old hindering rules were such that if you didn't have a way to move through hindering terrain, as soon as you hit your first square of it, you would have to stop. Then once you were in it, the next turn you can continue on. It's the same kind of thing with elevated now, but you could pick this up. So if somebody's on top of it, they've gotten up there to get a clear line of sight to somebody else, and you've got super strength and you come along and yoink the ladder out from under them, they will fall and they'll take some damage, which is really cool. But it tells you, again, you can pick up this elevated terrain and you can use it to cause damage. You can throw the ladder. You can use it as a part of a close attack. So that's really, really cool. Listen, they've got a great article up. If anything I said didn't make a lot of sense to you, go check out the new terrain marker situation. I did not know how we were going to get them. The Play at Home kit is one of the ways. I don't know if they're going to be in boosters. I don't know how else we're getting them. I'm with you guys as far as, like, I've read the articles and I've got all the knowledge you do, so we'll just see if we get surprised by anything else. But that's a good amount of terrain tokens to get in this set. You also get a map. Let's see, we've got the Dockyards Outdoor as one side of the map. Man, this new plastic they use, I cannot seem to open it, but we all know that's my nemesis, plastic wrap. Okay, we've got the Dockyards. And then the other side, as I unfold it here, I want to see if it's a 2x2. All right, so we've got the 2x2 map. All right, so we've got the Dockyards there. And then we've got the Daily Bugle bullpen. That's really cool. So you can see the Daily Bugle there. So this is, you know, a little closer up view of the map there. So we've got the Dockyards and the Daily Bugle indoor, the press room indoor, that come as a part. But it's a 2x2 map. So you're getting a 2x2 map, which is one of the new changes. Going forward, we're going to be playing these on shorter maps to, I guess, create conflict a little bit quicker and avoid teams that can do full board reach and have no retaliation to them. We'll see how it all plays. All right, let's go back to the figures here. They're spinning over here. They've been there for a while. We'll take a look at Spider-Man's card. He is set number 99. Spider-Man family, reporter, and scientist keywords. Wall crawler, the shared trait we've seen a lot. Another trait, oh no, what a time to run out of web fluid. Incapacitate. At the beginning of the game, give Spider-Man 4 web fluid tokens. Free. Remove a web fluid token to make an attack using incapacitate. So any of his attacks, you can choose to use the web in there. That's really, really cool. I like that a lot. We flip over the card. You'll see he's got that hypersonic speed, he's got charge, flurry, precision strike, he's got all those things as well as the Spider-Man team ability. Look at the front of the card. That Spider-Man team ability comes in handy with the 4 clicks that he has of super senses there. That means on clicks 1, 2, 3, and 4, he is dodging attacks on rolls of 4, 5, and 6. He's got that perplex, he's got a lot of survivability, and I love the ability to use incap while using his other attacks if you use the web fluid. That is super cool. Okay, look at the symbiote. I think we've already seen it. I just want to make sure it's the same one. It's set number 6, which is, yeah, that's the one that we've already seen in one of the other unboxings. Indestructible, qualifying name Venom. Again, very important. Venom can attach this thing for free. Qualifying keywords, symbiote, right? So these qualifying names and qualifying keywords. But if you look at Spider-Man, he does not have symbiote, nor does he have Venom as a name. So he cannot equip this thing for free. So if you want the Spider-Man and the Play at Home kit to have this symbiote, you're going to have to pay those 10 points, and you're going to have to equip it to get that steel energy and that stealth. And the 2 clicks back if you KO something, which is the effect of this symbiote. We'll look at the back of it one more time. And it tells you in the assigning equipment rules at the top, if the character matches a qualifying name or qualifying keyword, you may instead assign it without paying its cost. So there you go. Keep you on theme, keep you on brand. That is Play at Home Kit number 1. We will look at Miles's Play at Home Kit tomorrow when we get to day 3 of our HeroClix unboxing series for the brand new Marvel HeroClix set, Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. I'm having a blast with this set so far. A lot of characters I didn't expect to see. I mean, not that I didn't expect to see them, but that they are, I don't know, Mr. Negative, really, really cool. Of course he should be in this set. But he didn't fit necessarily like the Sinister Six that I think about, which is something that's going to be different for everybody. There have been so many iterations of the Sinister Six. So on the outside of the booster, it's really cool that we see the original 6, right? Kraven and Doc Ock and Electro and Sandman. But then it looks like we're getting variations on the theme as well. I love the fact that we got Boomerang. You know, Boomerang and Chameleon actually came together and started a Sinister Six during Superior Foes of Spider-Man, I think. And we had Shocker and Overdrive and Speed Demon and Beetle. So maybe we get those characters in this set, and we can make a bunch of different versions of the Sinister Syndicate. And then we've got somebody like Kingpin who plays so nicely with them. So let me know in the comments below who your favorite piece is so far. And yeah, I want to see if real time your favorite pieces are mine as well. I love the Kingpin. I think he's my favorite outside of that super rare Vulture who is just bonkers. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today. I got to say thank you to WizKids for, of course, sending this to me so that I can actually open it for you. The fact that they continue to let me to do this is just so cool. I get Christmas 4 times a year, opening this stuff up and showing you a little bit early. Remember, the set releases on March the 29th with the pre-release set for March the 15th. Once again, thank you to Hyper RPG Studios for letting us use their space to share all of this goodness and for the new bells and whistles. I hope you guys are enjoying the new close-up cameras and the card layout that we have. They worked very, very hard on it, and to them, I say thank you. That does it for today. I can't wait for day 3 tomorrow when we'll look at 2 more boosters as well as the Play at Home Miles Morales kit and see if we get anything different. I will see you guys then, but until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits. Peace.